Pahrump, are you getting tired of being capped on your internet? Well, not anymore. Wave Direct has no data caps, and with great local customer service, why go anywhere else? 30-day trials are available. Call 775-253-3887.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Tonight on News 46, the first annual Spring Mountain Run is underway. A candlelight vigil is held for a family in mourning, and the Hub hosts a fire department fundraiser. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell and Jason Koblenz. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Friday, June 20th, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. This just in, police and fire units are responding to two accidents, one at Highway 372 and 160 late this afternoon, the other at Calvada and Pahrump Valley Boulevard. We'll bring you the latest on that on Monday's newscast. Well, if you sign the petition to keep the town board form of government, you will need to re-sign. If you've not signed the petition, you only have a few days left. The town has said that they need to have the previous people re-sign because of what they are calling a legal problem. All signatures must not be dated prior to today's date. The town needs to get 2,639 signatures by next Thursday. And if you would like to sign that petition, it is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at the Best Western Hotel in their lobby on Highway 160 and Postal Road. The inaugural Spring Mountain Run has begun this afternoon and is on all weekend long at Petrick Park. Tiffany Dubin reports.
Bikers and bike enthusiasts are coming down to Petrick Park for the first annual Spring Mountain Run.
We'll be open at 2 o'clock today from 2 to 9, Saturday from 10 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 5. It's open to the public. It's family entertainment. We have a big concert stage. We have stunt shows that are unbelievable, the things people can do on motorcycles. We have almost 40 vendors. About 8 of them are food and beverage, and we have lots of cold drinks because it's going to be warm, thank goodness. And we have all kinds of activities. We have about 8 major sponsors in town, and we have 25 businesses, and we have activities where the motorcycle riders actually go around to the businesses, and so they walk through the front door, and hopefully they become customers.
This weekend promises to be so much fun for the whole entire family. As you can tell, they're setting up booths and Chrome Alley right behind me.
Chrome Alley is, like I said, it's close to 40 vendors, everything motorcycle, and lots of food and beverage. Lots of shade, too.
I'm Tiffany Dubin for News 46.
Two of our bailiffs right there behind Tiffany from the Nye County Courts. And it does look like it's going to be a lot of fun down there at Petrick Park. We'll see you down there, and watch out for those motorcyclists all weekend long. Well, at a home on Riley Street in Las Vegas, family, friends, and the entire community came together last night to show support for a family who lost 2 children to a structure fire yesterday morning. A parent's worst nightmare became a reality yesterday when 2 small children, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, were the victims of a structure fire. Las Vegas Metro, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, and Clark County Fire all arrived on scene to Riley Street early yesterday morning for a report of a structure fire with 2 children trapped inside. Both of the parents were attempting to put out the blaze and gain access to the children's room by way of a garden hose. Firefighters were able to gain access in through a window and pulled out both of the children. 4-year-old Cruz and 2-year-old Ella were pronounced dead at the scene. The Their family held a candlelight vigil yesterday at their home in Las Vegas. They leave behind an older brother, Ryan, their mother, Stephanie, and father, Tony. The community has come together to help this family during their time of need. If you would like to help out, you can donate directly to the Flores family by going to giveforward.com and search for We Love You, Cruz and Ella. The cause of the fire has not yet been released. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. And our hearts and prayers go out to that family. I can't imagine what they're going through. We'll keep you updated on that story. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office canceled the Washington Redskins trademark registration on Wednesday, a move that won't force the NFL team to change its name, but fuels the intense fight by opponents to eliminate what they view as a racial slur against Native Americans. Well, as we head into our first break, here's Jeff Simmons with what's happening down there at the Pahrump Nugget.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Simmons here at the Pahrump Nugget. We have Randy Anderson on our stage bar this weekend, so come on down, enjoy some good country music. And our casino drawings this month, from 7 o'clock till 8:30, every half hour, we draw, somebody will win up to $1,000 in cash. And then at 9 o'clock, one lucky person will win a 60-inch plasma TV. That's every Friday and Saturday from 7 to 9 o'clock, every half hour. And we got bingo, we got every Thursday, at the 1 and 7 p.m., we have the balls on the wall. It's a lot of fun. We got 30 balls painted on our wall. If you bingo on any of those numbers, you get paid double. And that's every Thursday at the 1 and 7 p.m. session. And then our end of the month drawings coming up. That's June 30th at the 1, 5, and 7 p.m. session. We have drawings for the end of the month drawing. Then over at Go Town, Kathy has her paper only, no split pots, every day at 11 o'clock. And Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, they have no split pots, paper only at 11 and the 1. So come on down. All of our properties, we'd love to see you here. Thank you. Bye.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Integrity Taxi. Reliable, safe, and fun. Call Integrity Taxi at 751-1111.
Welcome back to News 46. Japan has finally made the possession of child pornography a punishable offense. The country's upper house of parliament passed a bill on Wednesday which will see people found with explicit images of children jailed for up to a year or fined $10,000. The bill notably excludes the possession of explicit anime or manga, a point of contention for campaigners who say that cartoons depicting child sexual abuse should also be banned. Many of those images showing child rape. Representatives of those industries say while they support the ban on real child pornography, any move to censor their products would be an unjustified restriction of freedom of expression. They say it's a multi-billion-dollar industry which includes lobbyists. Statistics show that child pornography remains a big problem in Japan. The U.S. State Department's 2013 report on human rights practices in Japan labels the country an international hub for the production and trafficking of child pornography. It cited Japanese police data showing the number of child pornography investigations in 2012 rose 9.7% from a year earlier to a record of 1,596. The cases involved 1,264 child victims, almost twice as many as in the previous year. The Hub Bar is playing host to a fundraiser for the Southern Inyo Fire Protection District all day tomorrow at their location on West Bella Vista.
This is for the Southern Inyo Fire Protection District, which is a small organization in Tonopah. We serve the areas of Tonopah, Shoshone, Death Valley Junction, Charleston View. We're the ones who cover the gap between when you cross the Nevada state line into California and before you get into Death Valley National Park. That's the area we cover.
How many firefighters are there?
We have right now about 5 firefighters, and we have some in training. It's a very tiny department.
And it's all volunteer, isn't it?
It's all volunteer, yes.
You have a fundraiser coming up? What's that about?
We have a fundraiser coming up this weekend, Saturday the 21st. It's at the Hub on Bella Vista, and it is to help us raise money to bridge the gap, the ever-existent gap between our actual funding and what it costs to run a fire department. We're a tiny department, and we don't have that many calls for response, but we have the same expenses. We have to maintain the vehicles, we have to keep supplies on board the ambulances, and we do have a small staff that we pay to do all this work. And This year especially, the good news for us this year is that our call volume was way down. What that means for us in financial terms is that our billing was also way down. And so we have a budget that we operate from, and we have a budget deficit due to that, which is we're happy to celebrate not having the disasters, accidents, people in trouble, but we're scrambling to make up that gap. So the people at the Hub, Aaron Hubble and Andrea, have been incredibly generous. They are opening the Hub bar to us during the day on Saturday from 10 until 8, probably more like 7:30 or so. And they're providing hamburgers and hot dogs. And we will have the fire truck there to spray water. It's going to be a hot day, so we thought, well, is anybody going to want to come out and listen to music? It's fantastic music lineup that we have, music all day. But we're going to have the fire truck to spray water, and we have homemade cupcakes, which are really tasty. And we have, it's a woman in Tonopah who's been baking for years, and she is such a pro. And she has a whole setup to keep the cupcakes cool so the icing doesn't melt. And we'll have squirt guns and little kiddie pools. So we're calling it the Splash, Firefighter Splash. So you can come out and get wet, have cupcakes, eat good food, listen to good music, and help us out because we really need it.
House Republicans on Thursday elected Kevin McCarthy as Majority Leader, succeeding Eric Cantor, who is relinquishing the job after losing his primary election in an upset. The California Republican is responsible for the day-to-day running of the chamber and deciding which bills come to the floor for a vote. We'll be back right after these messages.
Pahrump Early Learning Academy, our goal is to provide a complete nurturing environment for the growth and development of the whole child, socially, emotionally, physically, and intellectually. Children are natural explorers and need hands-on experiences to help stimulate their own imaginations. We strive to meet the needs of each individual child at their developmental level through planned activities, plus help each child attain a higher level of achievement. Call 751-5335 for more information.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
21st Century Oncology Dr. Brian Lewenda spoke at the Pahrump Nugget last night.
Talked about integrative oncology, which is a subspecialty of oncology, talking to patients about how to combine conventional cancer treatments, which are the things we know about like surgery, radiation, chemotherapy, along with complementary therapies such as things like acupuncture, for example, along with lifestyle changes that patients can do, for example, nutrition, exercise, and stress reduction, and how to combine all of these together in sort of a holistic fashion to help patients with hopefully have better outcomes through their cancer treatment and afterwards.
Just a whole bunch of information, including some new treatments.
So I talked also a lot about some of the sort of interesting high-tech treatments that we do in our practice with 5-day treatments for prostate cancer, breast cancer, short treatments for skin cancer, lung cancer, and a variety of other different cancers using non-invasive techniques, state-of-the-art techniques that basically have incredibly high cancer control rates.
Some of the more interesting ones, of course, like you said, where it's not as invasive, it doesn't leave scars, doesn't require actually surgical procedures where you're cutting into a person.
Right, so one of them was skin cancer, for example, which is the most common cancer around. Basically, we can use a very small little applicator that we can place over the cancer spot after it's been biopsied. We know it's cancer. Basically treating about 5 minutes per session, 2 to 3 sessions a week for 2 or 3 weeks maximum. So 6 total treatments of 5 minutes each, and you get basically a little red, like sunburn-like reaction over wherever part of the body it is that we're trying to treat. And the cure rates for that for most of the common types of skin cancers like basal cell and squamous cell are around 95+%.
One of the things I found really interesting, and I'm sure you've known about it forever, but new information to me, is how much inflammation plays a part in developing cancer.
So I talked a bit about chronic inflammation, sort of differentiating acute short-term inflammation, which we all get when we have an infection or a wound that needs to be healed, and differentiating that with chronic inflammation, which is this long-standing smoldering inflammation due to things like toxins in the environment, not getting enough exercise, being stressed, and these things can have an impact across the body with inflammation, which can cause cancer possibly to develop more commonly, as I showed some data about that, as well as possibly worsening your chances of survival.
An amazing speech last night with Dr. Lewinda. I have to tell you that we're trying to put up most of the speech on KPVM's YouTube channel so you guys can see it. There was so much information in there and so much new techniques and ways to prevent, treat cancer that we urge you to go to 21st Century Oncology's website or get in touch with us here at KPVM, or you can look on our Facebook page when we put, our YouTube page when we put up that footage. We're going to go to Sharon DeLessio with this week's Save a Pet. Save a Pet, proudly brought to you by Draft Picks, located on Highway 160 and Postal Road.
Hi, my name is Sharon DeLessio. I'm out here at Tails End Animal Shelter, located behind the county courthouse at Kitty Hawk in Surrey. This is Olivia. She's a mixed breed. She's 7 months old. She's just absolutely beautiful. She needs to be spayed. It would be $85, which would include that and her rabies shot and her first-year license. Our phone number is 775-751-7020. Please come out, please adopt.
Save a Pet, proudly brought to you by Draft Picks, located on Highway 160 and Postal Road. I love Olivia. Some of those shoots are the hardest to do because I want to take all the doggies home. Well, let's join Angela Miles with today's First Business Brief.
This is the First Business Brief for Friday, June 20th. I'm Angela Miles. Blame it on Iraq. AAA reports gasoline prices are likely to remain high this summer as the turmoil grows more intense in the Middle East. Gas prices spike to a 6-year high this week compared to a year ago at $3.67. Prices peaked in April at $3.70. Before the uprising, AAA projected prices would fall 10 to 15 cents. Shareholders just approved a 2-for-1 stock split for Celgene. This is the 4th stock split since Celgene went public in 1987. The biotech focuses on treatments for cancer. According to OneStock1.com, people who invested $5,000 in Celgene in 1995 made a return of $1.9 million by 2013. And Harley-Davidson introduces a new bike. It's called the Live Wire, and instead of that usual big roaring engine, Live Wire is an electric motorcycle. That's the First Business Brief. I'm Angela Miles.
There's so many events this week, and when we come back from this break, we're going to have your weather and your weekend announcements.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Friday, June 20th. Today we had partly cloudy skies with a high of 100 degrees. It's also your average temperature this time of year. Winds are coming from the south-southwest today at 6 miles per hour with gusts up to 17 miles per hour. The UV index today was 10, which is very high. Humidity was at 13%. Sunrise was at 5:27 this morning, and the record high in 1961 was 113 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 71 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 76 degrees. Winds will be coming from the north at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 8 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 19%. Sunset will be at 8:04 p.m. And the record low in 1939 was 53 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 101 degrees and a low of 71 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour with gusts up to 16 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 19%. Sunrise will be at 5:27 a.m. and the UV index will be 10. 4-hour, 7-day forecast will have a mostly sunny week, though we might be seeing some clouds here late next week. Your high temperatures will be ranging from the low to mid 100s, and your low temperatures will be ranging from the low to mid 70s.
Thanks, Noah. It looks like it's going to be a cool evening at least. Well, you can take that advice and go out Saturday night down to the Pahrump Valley Speedway off East Basin and Panorama for the annual Jonathan Birch Memorial Race. And like Noah said, it's going to be cool out there. The gates are open at 6 p.m. and the races start at 7. For more information, you can go to PahrumpValleySpeedway.com. And the Patch of Heaven Christian Camp in Amargosa is holding a fundraiser this Saturday. That's tomorrow from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. all day long. You can go out on a little day trip. There'll be some food, games, a dunk tank, prizes, and much, much more. I'm going to give you those directions once again and the phone number, so get out your pen. The directions are as follows. Take Bella Vista to Spring Mountain Road near Ash Meadows and take a right on Spring Meadows. Drive until the road comes to a dead end, then make a left. Take that road to Peterson Road, go right to the Patch of Heaven camp. For more information, you can give Annette a phone call, and she likes it when you give her a call. She texted me yesterday and said you guys were calling her. 702-498-7856. That's 702-498-7856, and we'll see you down there. And the movie in the park is Saturday night. It's Despicable Me 2. You can bring a chair or a blanket. Concessions are available, and the proceeds support the Trojan sports. And the event is alcohol, tobacco, and drug-free. The Disabled American Veterans are having their barbecue tomorrow morning beginning at 8, and it's at Ian Deutsch Memorial Park. We'll see you at the firefighter fundraiser at the Hub all day tomorrow at their location on West Bella Vista, and it's to support the Southern Inyo Fire Protection District. And you can stop by Petrick Park all weekend long for the first annual Spring Mountain Run. Lots of food, fun, and entertainment. We'll see you down there, and that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. From everyone up here at KPVM, have a great weekend. We'll see you here on Monday.